Yad gyatva moksha se ashubhat. When knowledge is combined with science, it opens the path to freedom from all problems and crises. For it is only through this union that true solutions to sorrows and challenges emerge. Good morning, esteemed dignitaries, eminent researchers, industry leaders, faculty members, and dear students. Welcome to the inaugural ceremony of the International Conference on Engineering Innovations and Technologies, ICoEIT 2025, organized and hosted by LNCT Group of Colleges and technically sponsored by IEEE Madhya Pradesh section. A day etched in history where innovation meets inspiration and minds meet milestones. We are gathered here today not just to open a conference, but to ignite a spark of collaboration, research, and innovation across borders, disciplines, and minds. To mark the auspicious beginning of this academic conclave, we shall now To mark this auspicious beginning of this academic conclave, we shall now proceed to the ceremonial lighting of the lamp, a tradition that symbolizes the dispelling of darkness, the illumination of knowledge, and signifies the triumph of knowledge over ignorance. We respectfully invite our chief guest and esteemed dignitaries to kindly join us on stage for the ceremony.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसारपरमाम् आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणापुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदाम् जाड्यान्धकारापहाम् हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विदधतीम्
I request the dignitaries to please occupy the places on the stage. Srimati Malti Rai ji, Dr. Anupam Choksey sir, Dr. K.V. Arya sir, Dr. Vivek Tiwari sir, Dr. V.K. Sahu sir, Dr. Soni Changlani ma'am. Please occupy your seats on the dais. It is a privilege to welcome our guest of honor and our chief guests, and as is the tradition in LNCT, we welcome our guests with a sampling. So now, to welcome our guests, I now request Dr. Anupam Choksey sir to please welcome our chief guest, Srimati Malti Rai ji, with a sampling. I request Dr. Soni Changlani ma'am to welcome Dr. Anupam Choksey sir with the sampling. To welcome our guest of honor, Dr. K.V. Arya sir, I request Dr. Nitesh Kumar Gupta sir to please come forward and welcome him with a sampling. And last but not the least, to welcome a special guest, Dr. Vivek Tiwari ji. We request Dr. Anand Singh sir to please come forward and welcome him with a sampling. It is a privilege to welcome our guest of honor, Dr. Anupam Choksey sir, Chancellor of JNCT Professional University and Executive Secretary of LNCT Group. A visionary reader, Dr. Anupam Choksey sir has been a guiding force in our pursuit of excellence. We are honored by his presence today and invite him to address the gathering with his words of inspiration. Sir.
Good morning, everybody. आर्यभट्ट ऑडिटोरियम LNCT कैंपस में इस IEEE इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑन इंजीनियरिंग इनोवेशंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजीज, इसमें हमारे मुख्य अतिथि भोपाल की महापौर श्रीमती मालती राय जी, डॉक्टर KV आर्या जी, डॉक्टर विवेक तिवारी जी, प्रिंसिपल LNCT डॉक्टर साहू, HOD इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स सोनी मैडम, सभी डिपार्टमेंट्स के HODs, प्रिंसिपल्स, फैकल्टी मेंबर्स, स्टूडेंट्स जो पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं। ऐसी कॉन्फ्रेंसेस होते रहना चाहिए, ये मैं हर बार कहता हूँ। क्यों होते रहना चाहिए, ये है कि हमको अपने नॉलेज जो है वो इन्हांस करते रहना चाहिए, क्योंकि जो ट्रेंड्स हैं आज की डेट में इतनी तेज़ी से चेंज हो रहे हैं। The environment is changing so fast, the technologies are changing so fast that if we lag behind a day also, सॉफ्टवेयर की बात करें, टेक्नोलॉजीज़ की बात करें, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स की बात करें, अभी हम लोग सिस्टम परचेज करने की बात कर रहे थे एंड आई वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट, तो मेरे को डिस्कशन होते होते सीक्वेंस चेंज हो गए, जनरेशन चेंज हो गई कि साहब हम जो डील कर रहे थे उसमें 13 जनरेशन की बात हो रही थी, पता चला 14 जनरेशन आ गए, 15 की तैयारी चल रही है। So the technology is changing very fast. You have to be abreast with you have to keep pace with the changing technology. And not only the students, the teachers also, because they are the one who are teaching the students, who are imparting the knowledge. So it is best for the teachers also to participate in such events, such conferences, and time. आप नया सीखेंगे, जो बच्चे हैं उनको सिखा पाएंगे, क्योंकि जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं they are already way ahead because with the technology, with the change in, they have a power in their hand, in the mobiles, they have internet, fast internet, so they can search everything, they can learn new things very fast. तो हमारे टीचर्स को भी जल्दी से जल्दी अपने आप को स्किल अपग्रेड करना चाहिए। एंड आई थिंक अदर जो कॉलेजेस के भी फैकल्टी मेंबर्स आए हैं, दे विल ऑल्सो लर्न समथिंग न्यू फ्रॉम हेयर, एंड जो आप अपने कॉलेजेस में जाएंगे वहाँ पे अपने स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनको इम्पार्ट करेंगे। मैं फिर मालती राय जी का धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा, उनको बहुत अर्जेंटली एक प्रोग्राम में जाना है, तो आई विल नॉट टेक मच टाइम। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Sir, we sincerely thank you for your valuable insights. Your leadership continues to motivate us and inspire us all. अब हम मंच पर आमंत्रित करने जा रहे हैं एक ऐसी शख्सियत को जिन्होंने अपने नेतृत्व, संकल्प और जनसेवा के प्रति समर्पण से भोपाल नगर निगम को नई दिशा दी है। बात कर रहे हैं भोपाल महापौर श्रीमती मालती राय जी का। जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी से जुड़ी वरिष्ठ सामाजिक कार्यकर्ता हैं और जिन्होंने अपनी नीतियों, नवाचारों और विशेष रूप से महिला सशक्तिकरण के प्रति समर्पण से नगर निगम प्रशासन में एक नई ऊर्जा का संचार किया है। स्वच्छता अभियान हो, महिला महापौर हेल्पलाइन जैसी पहल हो या फिर सांस्कृतिक धरोहरों के संरक्षण का प्रयास हो, हर कदम पर उन्होंने भोपाल शहर की छवि को बेहतर बनाने का प्रयास किया है। उनके दूरदर्शी नेतृत्व एवं सक्रिय भूमिका के परिणाम स्वरूप भोपाल ने उल्लेखनीय विकास उपलब्धियां हासिल की हैं, जिससे नागरिकों को सक्षम, जागरूक और उत्तरदायी नगर प्रशासन का अनुभव प्राप्त हुआ है। वह भोपाल को एक स्मार्ट, स्वच्छ एवं समावेशी नगर के रूप में सतत प्रगति की ओर अग्रसर कर रही हैं। जिनके नेतृत्व में निखर रहा है शहर का हर मकाम, जिन्होंने प्रशासन को बनाया है सेवा का पैगाम। आइए जोरदार तालियों के साथ स्वागत करें भोपाल की माननीय महापौर श्रीमती मालती राय जी का।
बोले भारत माता की, भारत माता की। आज के कार्यक्रम में मंच पर उपस्थित मेरे परिवार के ही, जिनके कारण LNCT ग्रुप के कारण आज मुझे भोपाल की महापौर बनने का अवसर मिला। मैं इस LNCT ग्रुप का जब भी कोई भी कार्यक्रम होता है तो मैं उसमें महापौर के नाते नहीं, परिवार के सदस्य के नाते ही आती हूँ, क्योंकि आज जो कुछ भी मैं हूँ इस ग्रुप और ग्रुप के जो ऑनर हैं, ग्रुप के संचालक हैं हमारे भाई परम सम्मानीय जयनारायण चौकसे जी, पूनम चौकसे जी और मंच पर उपस्थित है अनुपम चौकसे जी, इनके कारण ही मैं आज महापौर बनी हूँ। ये बात मैं हमेशा याद रखती हूँ और इसी का कारण है कि मैंने भाई अनुपम जी का बात भी नहीं की और समय 10 बजे आना था, लेकिन मैं तो प्रांगण में 9:45 बजे ही आ गई। मैं और मंच पर उपस्थित इस संस्था के प्राचार्य महोदय, हमारे साथ में बैठे हुए आर्य साहब हैं, तिवारी जी हैं, सोनी मैडम हैं, सामने अशोक राय जी बैठे हुए हैं और LNCT परिवार के और LNCT की सभी फैकल्टी जब परिवार के रूप में रहती है तभी LNCT 4 चांद महसूस करके देश में अपना नाम सुशोभित कर सकती है। ऐसे पूरे परिवार के सदस्य भोपाल से बाहर से आए हुए, जैसा कि मुझे जानकारी मिली है कि आज आपकी नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस है, तो भोपाल से आए हुए अतिथियों का मैं भोपाल की महापौर होने के नाते स्वागत बंदन अभिनंदन करती हूँ कि आप भोपाल बहुत खूबसूरत भोपाल है। यदि आप पेपर को ना देखें तो भोपाल को यदि देखने जाएंगे तो आपको बहुत आनंद आएगा। और पुरानी धरोहर की बात की है तो निश्चित ही हमने कई पुरानी धरोहरों को सुशोभित किया है और भोपाल को एक नई पहचान दी है। आज आप यहाँ पर बैठे हुए हैं, मेरा आप सभी को बहुत शुभकामनाएं कि आप जिस कॉन्फ्रेंस के लिए आए हैं निश्चित ही आपको इस क्षेत्र में यहाँ आपको सेमिनार के माध्यम से कोई नया विषय मिलेगा जिसे हम सीख सकते हैं। मैं ये बात को मानती हूँ कि कभी भी किसी भी चीज़ को सीखने के लिए ना कोई उम्र होती है ना समय होता है, हमें जहाँ पर भी मिले हमें कुछ ना कुछ ज्ञान ही अर्जित होता है। और मैं एक बात को और मानती हूँ कि जब हम किसी क्षेत्र में सेमिनार में जाते हैं तो बहुत सारी अच्छाइयाँ हमें मिलती हैं और बहुत सारे जो लोग हैं जो ये सोचते हैं कि मैंने जो कुछ किया है वो अच्छा किया है, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं सामने वाले के माध्यम से हमें हमारी कुछ कमियों का भी पता चल जाता है कि हमें इस कमी को ख़त्म करके इस अच्छाई पर हमें काम करना चाहिए। और मैं तो एक बात मानती हूँ कि हम किसी भी क्षेत्र में काम करें, पूरी मेहनत के साथ अपने सोच को, अपने लक्ष्य को तय करके जब करते हैं तो निश्चित ही हमें सफलता मिलती है। और आज जितने भी लोग यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं ये भी अपनी सोच को लेकर, अपनी सफलता को लेकर अपने इस मुकाम पर पहुँचे हैं। मैं आप सभी को बहुत शुभकामनाएं देती हूँ और एक अपेक्षा भी रखती हूँ कि निश्चित ही भोपाल का जिस तरह से संचालक महोदय ने तारीफ की है तो बताना चाहती हूँ कि भोपाल को जल गंगा अभियान में इसलिए स्वच्छता में प्रथम स्थान मिला है कि हमारे देश के यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का आह्वान था। हमारे मुख्यमंत्री डॉक्टर मोहन यादव जी ने इसको 1 अप्रैल से शुरू किया था और 30 जून को इसको 3 महीने का समय दिया था। पूरे प्रदेश ने अलग अलग गतिविधियां की। भोपाल में कई ऐसी बावड़ियां हैं जो 200 साल, 300 साल और 450 साल पुरानी बावड़ियां थी। उन बावड़ियों की पहले थोड़ी सी सफाई होती थी, लेकिन इस बार हमने टारगेट बनाया और एक बड़ा यहाँ पर एरिया में जो पुराने भोपाल के लोग परिचित हैं वो जानते होंगे, पुराने भोपाल में 200 साल पुरानी एक जो बावड़ी थी, बड़ा बाग की बावड़ी कहलाती थी, उसको हमने जब खाली करवाया तो लगभग 8 टन वहाँ से सील्ड निकला और उस पूरी बावड़ी को साफ करवाने के बाद में हमने सौंदर्यीकरण में परिवर्तित किया ताकि वहाँ पर लोग आकर देखें कि ये पुराने समय की नवाबों की बनी हुई बावड़ी है। और इसी तरह से लाल घाटी पर न्योरी मंदिर है। न्योरी मंदिर के पीछे भी एक बावड़ी बहुत पुरानी बनी हुई थी। उस बावड़ी को भी हमने साफ करवा के उसको भी सौंदर्यीकरण में परिवर्तित किया है। और जो छोटी छोटी बावड़ियाँ थी, लगभग हमने 33 बावड़ियों को 3 महीने के अंदर साफ करवाया, उसको सौंदर्यीकरण में परिवर्तित करवाया और 68 कुएं को हमने सौंदर्यीकरण में परिवर्तित करवाया। उसी का रिजल्ट है कि भोपाल की जनता के सहयोग से, भोपाल के नगर निगम के कर्मचारियों के सहयोग से, उनकी कार्यशैली से भोपाल को मध्य प्रदेश में प्रथम स्थान जल गंगा अभियान में मिला है। और हमारा प्रयास है स्वच्छता में ही। निश्चित ही हम समय समय पर, हमको LNCT ग्रुप का भी बहुत सहयोग मिलता है। जब हम किसी काम को करते हैं तो यहाँ से बड़ी मात्रा में हमें हर विधा के लिए काम करने के लिए सहयोग मिलता है और अन्य ग्रुपों से भी सहयोग मिलता है। इसी का कारण है कि आज भोपाल को हम कहीं आगे बढ़ा पा रहे हैं। मैं अपनी बात को विराम करूं, यहीं पर आप सभी को बहुत शुभकामनाएं देती हूं और अपेक्षा रखती हूं कि जो भोपाल से बाहर से आए हैं, भोपाल की खूबसूरती को आप जरूर देखकर जाएं, यही मेरी अपेक्षा है। आप सब ने मुझे यहाँ बुलाया, बोलने का अवसर दिया, इसके लिए मैं हृदय से धन्यवाद करती हूँ और आपका कार्यक्रम इसी तरह से संचालित रहे। केवल मैं यहाँ से अनुपम जी जाने की अनुमति मांगूंगी, सदन से जाने की अनुमति मांगूंगी, क्योंकि प्रोटोकॉल के तहत माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी 10:30 बजे कार्यक्रम में पहुँच जाएंगे। आज वो 12वीं के जो बच्चे पास हुए हैं उनको लैपटॉप वितरण कर रहे हैं। पहले उनका कार्यक्रम 11 बजे का था, लेकिन सुबह फ़ोन आया कि माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी को रीवा भी पहुंचना है, इसलिए वो 10:30 पहुंच जाएंगे। तो प्रोटोकॉल के तहत मुझे पहले पहुंचना है, इसलिए मैं यहाँ से जाने की अनुमति भी मांगूंगी।
हम हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करते हैं माननीय महापौर श्रीमती मालती राय जी का, जिन्होंने अपने प्रेरणादायक शब्दों से हमें मार्गदर्शन प्रदान किया। नाउ मूव फॉरवर्ड टुवर्ड्स द conference proceedings, the formal release of the proceedings. So let us come together to witness this dignified moment as a display. I will request Director Administration, Dr. Ashok Kumar Rai sir, to come on the dais, and all the principals of the colleges, Bhatriya sir, Saxena sir, to please come on the dais so that we can launch the conference proceedings. And also all the IEEE executive members to please come on the dais. Sir. Now, as a display of respect, we will be felicitating our guests to move forward. To move forward with this ceremony, now I'll request Dr. Anupam Choksey sir to kindly felicitate our chief guest, Srimati Malti Rai ji, with a token of respect and gratitude. Now I'll request to felicitate our guest of honor and keynote speaker, Dr. K.V. Arya sir, Dr. Nitesh Kumar Gupta sir, to please come forward and felicitate Dr. K.V. Arya sir. Now, we move forward to our next program where our principal sir, Dr. V.K. Sahu sir, will come and address the gathering.
Namaskar to everyone in the pleasant rainy morning in the auspicious inaugural function of IEEE International Conference on Engineering Innovations and Technologies, organized by most revered LNCT Group of Colleges Bhopal and technically co-sponsored by IEEE MP section on 4th and 5th July 2025. I extend my warm greetings and hearty welcome to Chief Guest of the program, Honorable Mayor, respected Srimati Malti Rai ji. We thank you, Madam, for sparing your valuable time and blessing us. With fond of love and respect, it is matter of pride and honor to welcome our guest of honor, Honorable Chancellor, JNCT Professional University Bhopal, and Secretary of prestigious LNCT Group of Colleges, Dr. Anupam Choksey ji. We are honored to welcome our guest of honor and keynote speaker, Dr. Kambir Arya sir, Honorable Professor, ABV, Triple ITM Gwalior, and IEEE Executive Member. Thank you, sir, for sparing your precious time and gracing the occasion. We feel privileged and honored to welcome our special guest from IEEE section and Honorable Professor, ABV, Triple ITM Gwalior, Dr. Vivek Tiwari ji. We warmly welcome you, sir. From core of my heart, I extend my gratitude to all honorable professors from IITs, Triple ITs, NITs, RGPV Bhopal, and foreign universities for their valuable guidance and support in our conference in online as well as in offline mode. I extend my sincere gratitude to all the eminent guests, participants, principals, directors, faculties, staff, students, and media personnel for your benign presence. Lastly, but most importantly, my sincere thanks and best wishes to organizers for making this conference a grand success. This theme of this conference is very current and very appropriate and relevant in current time. The country with best engineering innovations and technological development will not only survive in the future, but also become one of the dominant players on the world stage. I request all the guests and participants of the conference to make best use of the conference and contribute to the development of the nation. With these words, thank you once again. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
We can never forget the contribution that IEEE has made to this particular conference. So now it's time to welcome the IEEE executive members. And I request Dr. Shoaib Munir sir to kindly welcome Dr. Yadunath Pathak sir. I request Dr. Govind Pandya sir to please come forward and welcome Dr. Pinku Ranjan sir. Request Dr. Aparna Gupta ma'am to please come forward and welcome Dr. Gaurav Bharti sir. Now I request Dr. Tarun Verma sir to please come forward and welcome Dr. Abhishek Rawat sir. The IEEE International Conference on Engineering Innovations and Technologies exemplifies our dedication to advancing knowledge and addressing contemporary challenges through cutting-edge research and interdisciplinary collaboration. At the outset, I extend a warm welcome to all distinguished dignitaries as well as the scholars, scientists, and innovators joining us from esteemed institutions across India. Now, at this juncture, I would like to invite Dr. Soni Changlani ma'am to please come forward and give an overview of the 2 days conference that is going to be held from today.
Thank you, Siju sir. Good morning and welcome to all present here. I, Dr. Soni Changlani, Chair of ICoEIT, is going to put some light on 2 days hybrid mode conference. In this conference, we have 7 tracks related to engineering and technologies. We received 1,330 papers from different countries. In these 7 tracks, total 257 papers selected for the presentation. In these 2 days, we have 1 keynote speaker and 43 hybrid session of presentation. In each session, we have 6 papers for the presentation. Each session has session chair, session co-chair, and reporter. At the end, I would like to place my sincere thanks to Honorable Management of LNCT Group, IEEE MP section, and Professor G.S. Tomar sir for providing us this opportunity. And thanks to every single expert. I wish all the participants have great time in this conference. Thank you.
Now, as a display of respect and gratitude, we will be felicitating our IEEE executive members who are seated on the dais and off the dais. So I request to felicitate Dr. Vivek Tiwari sir, Dr. Anand Singh sir to please come forward and felicitate Dr. Vivek Tiwari sir with a token of respect and gratitude. Now, to felicitate our IEEE executive members who are sitting on off the dais, I request Dr. Shoaib Munish sir to please felicitate Dr. Yadunath Pathak sir. Now I request Dr. Ashish Khare sir to please come forward and felicitate Dr. Abhishek Rawat sir. I request Dr. Shailen Gupta sir to please come forward and felicitate Dr. Pinku Ranjan sir. And I request Dr. Amrita Pahadia ma'am to please come forward and felicitate Dr. Gaurav Bharti sir. Every grand event is a tapestry woven by many hands. Gratitude is the fairest blossom that springs from the soul. Thus, to acknowledge and appreciate those efforts, we now call upon Dr. Nitesh Kumar Gupta, sir, conference co-chair, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. By the blessings of Ma Saraswati, it is my honor and privilege to extend the vote of thanks on the behalf of LNCT Group and the organizing committee of the IEEE International Conference on Engineering, Innovation and Technology 2025. First of all, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest, Shrimati Malti Rai ji, Honorable Mayor of the Bhopal, for gracing this occasion with her esteemed presence. Your presence has truly added immense value and inspiration to this event. A sincere thanks to our guest of honor, young and dynamic Dr. Anupam Chokse sir, Secretary of LNCT Group, and Chancellor, GNCT Professional University, for their unwavering support and visionary guidance that continuously propel our group toward the excellence. We are deeply honored by the presence of our keynote speaker and guest of honor, Dr. K.V. Arya sir, Professor IIITM Gwalior, and Executive Member of IEEE MP Section. Sir, your insight and contributions to the field of engineering and technology are a beacon for all of us. Thank you, sir, for sharing your time and wisdom. I would also like to extend my sincere gratitude to the whole IEEE MP Section, whole IEEE executive members, especially Dr. G.S. Tomar sir, Chairman IEEE MP Section, Dr. Yadunnath Pathak sir, Professor Manit Bhopal, for their constant support, collaboration, and encouragement to organizing this international conference. Their contributions have been instrumental in making this event globally recognized and academically enriching. I also take this opportunity to thank our special guest, Dr. Vivek Tiwari sir, Professor IIITM Gwalior, for being a part of this significant occasion and enriching us with his presence. A heartfelt appreciation goes to our respected Dr. Ashok Kumar Rai sir, Director Administration, LNCT Group, and I would like to extend my thanks to all the principals, directors of the LNCT Group for their constant encouragement and leadership that made this event a grand success. I extend a special thanks to all the faculty members, all the HODs, staff, and volunteers in the whole organizing team whose dedication and hard work behind the scene made this conference a reality. Your efforts are truly commendable. A big thank you to all the dignitaries, participants, researchers, and attendees who have joined us today from various institutions. Last but not least, I would like to extend my gratitude to all and one who are involved directly or indirectly in this conference. Let us carry forward the knowledge, idea, and collaborations sparked here today and continue to innovate, contribute, and inspire in the field of engineering and technology. Thank you all once again. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
With enriched hearts and inspired minds, we formally conclude the inaugural session of this IEEE International Conference. We look forward to a series of sessions that promise to be intellectually stimulating, collaborative, and impactful. On behalf of the entire organizing team, once again, we thank you all for your gracious presence. Thank you. All participants are kindly requested to remain seated. This will, by our esteemed keynote speaker and guest of honor, Dr. K.V. Arya sir, will commence shortly. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
जो स्टाफ काउंसलिंग में हैं, काउंसलिंग टीम में हैं, वो कृपया अपने जहां जिसका कार्य है वहां पर उपस्थित हों।
सर वहाँ पे
all computer science faculties will stay in the hall only.
सही आनी चाहिए। ओके, ट्रैवलिंग किस पे अपलोड होगा?
Good morning, one and all. I hope we had a nice breakfast. And now we are refreshed to start a new event or a new session. As we come to the most important part of this IEEE conference, that is the keynote address, we are honored to have the IEEE Madhya Pradesh section as the technical sponsor of this conference. IEEE, as a globally recognized professional organization, plays a pivotal role in advancing technology for humanity, and the MP section has consistently supported academic excellence and innovation across the region. For representing IEEE section, MP section, and our chief guests and our guest of honor, we have with us Dr. Abhishek Rawat sir. He is the Joint Secretary of IEEE Antenna and Microwave Gujarat chapter, and also a senior member of IEEE. So please give a huge round of applause for Dr. Abhishek Rawat sir, who is present here. And also we have our IEEE executive members who took their time out of their hectic schedule and have come over here, and we have welcomed and felicitated them. So now we move forward to the important part of this session, that is the keynote address. We are truly honored and privileged to have with us today our chief guest, our guest of honor, Dr. Karamveer Arya sir, a distinguished academician and researcher. He holds an integrated Master of Engineering degree in Electrical Engineering from the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and a PhD in Computer Science and Engineering from the Indian Institute of Technology, IIT Kanpur. Currently, he serves as professor at the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at Atal Bihari Vajpayee Indian Institute of Information Technology and Management, Gwalior, ABV IIITM Gwalior. His prior academic roles included esteemed positions at Motilal Nehru National Institute of Technology, Allahabad, and MJP Rohilkhand University, Bareilly, as well as serving as the Dean of Postgraduate Studies and Research at Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow. Notably, he was also a summer visiting faculty at San Diego State University, USA in 2013. With over 34 years of academic experience, Dr. Arya has guided numerous PhD and MTech scholars and has published 8 patents and over 200 research papers in areas such as image processing, biometrics, and information security. Dr. Arya sir is also the co-author of the book Security in Mobile Ad Hoc Networks and has edited 5 prominent academic volumes published by Springer, Elsewhere, Taylor and Francis, and Springer Nature. In addition, he has contributed to more than 30 book chapters. He has successfully led several funded research projects and has delivered invited lectures and talks and keynote addresses at prestigious conferences in India, USA, Singapore, South Korea, Mexico, Sri Lanka, Malta, Thailand, and so on. Dr. Arya is a senior member of IEEE, a fellow of IETE, fellow of the Institution of Engineers India, a member of ACM, and a life member of ISTE. He also serves on the editorial boards of several international journals. We are privileged to have him with us today and look forward to his invaluable contribution. Please join me in extending warm welcome to our esteemed guest of honor and keynote speaker for enlightening us with his words of wisdom. Let's welcome our guest of honor with a huge round of applause. Sir. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Pointer is gone. So good morning. First of all, I thank the organizers of this conference to give me this opportunity to share with you people some thoughts on a topic, computer forensic. In fact, when I was asked that I have to deliver the keynote speech, I was in a big dilemma. Shall I go with the purely research presentation with a lot of mathematical equation, mathematics, or general type? So then I thought that with the audience in this college, it will be better to restrict myself without mathematical equations and discuss on a general topic, but which is very, very useful. We people are aware that nowadays, most of the people, we are using the technology, but there are so many things associated with the technology which takes it to the negative direction. And as a researcher, as a technocrat, this is our responsibility to counter those negative aspects of the technology use. And not only just counter, to identify those people, catch hold of them, and punish them. And therefore, there's a need for having the digital forensic. The evidences which are collected from the digital resources. Because if the fraud is done by the digital device, digital resources, we have to carry out the digital forensic to produce those evidences which are acceptable in the court. And based on that, the court may punish them. So it's a very general topic, but I'm very sure that it will be useful for you people. So these are the just major topics which I'm going to cover. We start with a quote by Rodney McMish in 1999. The forensic computing is the process of identifying, preserving, analyzing, and presenting digital evidences in a manner that is legal. So we have to present that is legally acceptable by the legal agencies. That is what the digital forensic is. So what is the computer forensic? So computer forensic, the evidence might be required for a wide range of computer crimes and misuses. Because we want to counter these misuses, so we are collecting those evidences with the help of the forensic. Information collected assist in arrest, prosecution, termination of the employee, and preserving the future illegal activities. So, see, it's not necessary that the person who is misusing the technology is from just outside. It could be from inside your system. So we have to identify those people, and so that those people are punished, they are terminated, and we can plan that such activity does not happen in future, so we have to make the policy for that. So what are the characteristics of the forensic? The characteristics are identifying, preserving, analyzing, and the presenting. So identifying that where from the misuse started, then how to preserve the negative effect of that, analyze it, and then present the evidence in such a way that this is acceptable. Many times what happens, you have seen in the general courts also, the case was very strong, but the evidences are not produced properly, and you lose the case. So the presentation of the evidence is very, very important. Whether it's any physical evidence or it's a digital evidence, presentation is very important. So one has to learn that how to present these evidences. So that is all. And you see all these topics, these 4 things, each of the topic is a big area of research. You can develop your algorithms over there, how to identify that. So basically, the identification algorithms are required over there. Then how to preserve, the preventive algorithms you need to, this type of activity happens, this algorithm will prevent it. This type of activity happens, this algorithm will prevent it. And then analysis is the most important for any research. If you can't analyze your system, if you can't analyze your results, you will not get anything out of it. And of course, I told you the presentation is very, very important. Why we need the computer forensic? That is a big question. So basically, to produce evidences in the code that can lead to punishment of the actual, to ensure integrity of the computer systems, to focus on the response of high-tech offenses, start to intervene. So we have to respond to the, now you see, nowadays the fraud people are much more high-tech than the actual people. You may not be knowing many things, but they know many things. And in fact, the story started long back, maybe when I was a student in ISC, the first occurrence of virus occurred. It was around 1989 or 1990. So, and the virus was something like that. When you start typing on the screen, your words used to fall down. So you have typed many sentences, but you did not see anything on your screen. So that was the first incident I saw by my eye that this is, the people said this is a virus. And many of you might have heard the name Professor Rajat Muna, who is the director of IIT Gandhinagar now. Professor Rajat Muna was a PhD student at that time at ISC. He was the student of great Professor Rajaraman. Then this thing was brought to the knowledge of Professor Rajaraman. He was the professor in charge of the computer center of the ISC. And he gave this task to Rajat that this is a situation, can you do something to it? And thanks to Rajat, that he wrote the inbuilt vaccination to stop this virus. That is the first incident I have seen, and how a student, a PhD scholar, has written a vaccine for that. But the story does not end here. Later on, it has become an industry. Every day, a team is there who is writing the new viruses every day. And the users, they have to spend a lot of money to counter these viruses. So now there is a competition. Virus writers and virus protectors. So same is the case with the forensics and the fraud people. So they are much more high-tech than anybody else. So how to deal with such high-tech people, that is very important. Now let's go into the history of the forensic, computer forensic particularly. So it is not new. It started around 30, 35 years ago. In US, when the law informants and the military investigators started seeing the criminal getting technical. Around 35 years ago, the US defense have observed this, that these illegal people have started using technology. So over the next decade and up to date, this field has expanded just like anything, just like any other research field. Because that is the need of the day. We have to protect our digital resources. We can't just let anybody to use some technology and destroy the things. So a lot of research is going on there, but a lot need to be done. That is very important. And as the new researchers, this is the responsibility of you people that look into this area and see where you can contribute. The key points are those 4. Initially, I told you, identifying, analyzing, preserving, and presenting. Depending on your interest, you can pick up any of the area. Then this law enforcement military continue to have the large presence in the information security, computer forensic, at the local level, state level, and the national level. And policy need to be made for all the levels. Honorable Mayor of Bhopal was there in the morning with us to seize the part of the local administration. So policy need to be made over there also. Then at the state level, and then national level. So the central government, state government need to take care of all these things, and we should have the policies in place at every level. We can't leave any level of the administration as far as the policies are concerned. And without policy, you can't do anything. Unless until you have the policy, you can't catch all the miscreants. You can't punish them. So policy need to be over there. So nowadays, software companies, they continue to produce the newer and the more robust softwares for the forensics, for computer forensic. And particularly, the law enforcement and the military continue to identify and train more and more people in their organizations in the response of the crime involving the technology. You see, the biggest problem is our agencies do not have the sufficient trained manpower to counter them. So that is very important. So US has started doing it. But now the time has come, every government has to do it. They have to come up with a drive where we can train more and more people to counter these things. The counter is very, very important. Unless until you have the counter, you can't safeguard your resources, your digital resources, you can't safeguard. And I tell you that once your resources in access of anybody, you can't use that resource later on. For example, if you take the defense system, you have used any missile, let us say, or any drone, let us say. So generally, when we prepare the drone or we prepare any fighter plane, the technique is that it is set on such a frequency that it is not caught by any radar. But once your equipment is hit and it is in enemy's area, that is gone. Because they will have all the data. They will do the forensic. They will find out that what are the secrets over there. And I tell you, the remaining you cannot use for the warfare later on. That is the problem. And same is the thing with the digital data, with the computer data. Once the data is access to the illegal people, you can't use it. Whatever the thing you do. So that is very important. So the goal of computer forensics is, the main goal is, experts is not only to find the criminal, but also find out evidences and presentation of the evidences in the manner it leads to the legal action of the criminal. So that is the objective here. As a forensic expert, I have to identify the evidences and then present in such a way that this is acceptable by the court of law. So that the miscreants can be punished. So cybercrime have evidences. So cybercrime, the crime occurs when the information technology is used to commit the concerned offense. And these are the different types of the cybercrimes: forgery, breach of computer security, fraud, theft, copyright violation, identity theft, threats, burglary, homicide, administrative investigations, cyber terrorism, sales and investment fraud, electronic fraud and transfer fund, etc. So all these are the areas. And this is the another point of the research where from you can pick up the point. You take any one of these and start working on it. So can you develop some software so that when you are transferring any money through the electronic sources, it will never be caught by the fraud people. If your algorithm is in place over there on the device, which device is being used to transfer the system, or on the server, which is the central server doing all these things, nobody can access that. So that is a good area of research. And this is what are the most common methods of access. So traditional methods, lost or stolen wallets, approximately 43. Data breach, 11%. Online, approximately 11%. Stolen paper mails, 3%. Friendly thefts, 13%. You see, in the 13% cases, your friends are the theft. बातों बातों में आपसे आपका कोड पूछ लिया और चोरी कर लिए, या नई बातों बातों में भी आपके साथ बात कर रहे हैं, आप कुछ कर रहे हो, आपने कीबोर्ड की मूवमेंट से आपका उसने पासवर्ड गैस कर लिया और चोरी कर लिया। ये और अच्छा नंबर है, 13% लोग ऐसा कर रहे हैं। उसके बाद while conducting a transaction, 19% cases are there where during the transaction frauds are happening. So that's why I said that is another area of research where we can look into to develop the algorithms. Cybercrime, top 20 countries. So number you can see over here. United States, the top technical brand, maximum 23%. China, 9%. Australia, 1%. Israel, 1%. South Korea, 2%. Turkey, 3%. Turkey is supposed to be the very technically strong, but it's still 3% over there. Italy, 3%. Spain, Brazil, 4%, and so on. और जो रिपोर्टेड है इंडिया में वो 3% है। ये ऑफिशियल डेटा है 3% वाला, बट मुझे लगता है कि इससे कहीं ज्यादा है। Evidence, an item does not become officially a piece of evidence until a court admits. You have whatever with you, but if court does not accept it, that will not be called as evidence. So then there are certain rules that are associated with the evidence, that these are the things, if these conditions are fulfilled, then this will be admitted as evidence. Much of the forensic practice concerns how to collect, how to preserve and analyze these without compromising the potential of becoming admitted to the court. So that is very important. Like in physical evidences, you might have seen, police is very, very cautious to collect the evidences from the scene. So that it should not be tampered. Or in the court, nobody can prove that this has been tampered. Same is the case with the digital evidences. So another area of research, that what could be the different ways to collecting these evidences so that they are admitted to the court. So we can look into this area. And you see, I tell you, this lecture, you might be looking at just some set of sentences, but each sentence have a big research potential. And when I say the big research potential, it means that you have the chance to develop some algorithm over there. Ultimately, it is developing an algorithm and coding it. So digital evidences, any data that is recorded or preserved on any medium or by a computer system or other similar devices that can be read or understood by a person or a computer system or other similar devices. It includes display, printout, other output of the data. These are all digital evidences. Types of digital evidences. Persistent data. It means that it remains intact even if when you turn off the device. So this could be your hard drives, disk drive, removable storage drives, USB drive, etc. And there is the volatile data. Volatile data means the moment you switch off the device, it will be erased. For example, deleted files, computer history, computer's registry, temporary files, web browsing history, etc. They are all volatile. But what type of evidences are there? There are 5 rules of evidences. So if these 5 rules are there, then that will be the evidence. Admissible, must be able to be used in the court or elsewhere, wherever the investigation is going on. Authentic, evidence relates to the incident in the relevant way. This should not happen. There's some evidence we are trying to relate to some incident. No, it would be actually related to that evidence. Complete, no tunnel vision is there. Reliable, no question about the authenticity and the veracity of this evidence is there, then this is reliable. And the last one is believable. Clearly, easily understandable, so that the jury can believe, yeah, this is the evidence. Because if the evidence is presented in such a complex way that it is not understandable by the jury, it will not be admissible. So therefore, it will not be believable. If I am not able to understand the meaning of anything, I can't believe it. So for believing, it should be presented in such a way that is understandable by the jury or the people who will take the decision based on that. Top 10 locations for evidence: internet history files, temporary internet files, unallocated space, buddy list, personal chat room records, and other search areas, news groups, club list, posting, setting folder structure, file name, etc., file storage data, software hardware edit, file sharing ability, and emails. So these are the 10 locations where evidences can be collected. So whenever any detailed crime happens, first the agency will look into these things. We'll try to find out the evidences from here. They may get something from here. And generally, you see the nowadays in newspaper we read about many incidents. So the culprit is being caught based on the mobile log history. So log is the such. So where from first the moment any case is reported, the investigation agency will look into any of these things. Because these are the potential points where the evidence may be available. The methodology: shut down the computer. The moment you come to know something happened, first thing is shut down the computer so that the person does not have the access for the longer period of time. Document the hardware configuration of the system. Transport the computer system to a secure location. Make the bitstream backups of the hard disk and the floppy disk. Mathematically verify data on the storage device. Document the system, date and time. Make the list of the key search words, and so on. This continues. So all these are the methods where we can take the action. Applications: financial fraud detection, criminal prosecution, civil litigations, and corporate security policy and violations. So I was talking about earlier the policy. The policy is very important. It has to be everywhere. Even in an academic institution, you should have a policy. It is mandatory. But I don't know whether all colleges do have it, but it is mandatory, it should be the policy. Every corporate office should have the policy. See, unless until something is reported, nobody is going to ask you whether you have the policy or not. But the moment something happens, the investigation should first ask your administration, where is your policy in such cases? You can't say we don't have the policy. Otherwise, rather than the miscreant is being caught, first you will be caught. You will be held responsible for that task. And see, the agency will say, you purposely did not have the policies because you wanted to encourage such people. That type of things will happen. So the policy need to be there. Who use the computer forensics? Criminal prosecutors, civil litigations, private corporations, law enforcement officials, individual private citizens. So all these are the people who will be using this. And skills for computer forensic applications, programming and computer related experience, ये बच्चों आपके लिए है. अगर आपको कंप्यूटर फोरेंसिक में जाना है तो ये सब स्किल्स आपको आना चाहिए. और तो you just broad understanding of the operating system applications. एक शिकायत बच्चों मुझे आज के बच्चों से है, आप लोग जो है बहुत लिमिटेड सीखते हो. आप लोगों को प्रॉपर ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम की नॉलेज नहीं होती है, तो फिर उस पर एप्लीकेशन कैसे डेवलप करोगे आप? तो थोड़ा सा अपना जो दायरा है सीखने का उसको बढ़ाइए, बेसिक्स पे थोड़ा ध्यान दीजिए. देखिए, बेसिक्स अगर आपके अच्छे हैं तो आप उस पर कितनी बड़ी बिल्डिंग बना सकते हो. अगर किसी बिल्डिंग की नींव अच्छी है तो कितनी मंजिल उस पर बनाते जाइए, कोई परेशानी नहीं है. लेकिन अगर आपने नींव कमजोर बना दी तो एक मंजिल के ऊपर आप जा ही नहीं पाओगे. सेम चीज जो है वो ट्रू है टेक्नोलॉजी के बच्चों के लिए. अगर आपको कई बार लगता होगा कि ये सब कोर्स हमको क्यों पढ़ाए जा रहे हैं, हमको डिस्क्रीट मैथमेटिक्स क्यों पढ़ा रहे हैं कंप्यूटर साइंस में, इसकी क्या जरूरत है. लेकिन डिस्क्रीट मैथमेटिक्स रिसर्च का बेस है, और कोई भी नया सिस्टम जब आप बनाते हैं तो बिना रिसर्च के नहीं बना सकते. मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, ये सारे पॉइंट रिसर्च के पॉइंट हैं. इनके लिए प्रॉपर मैथमेटिकल बैकग्राउंड अगर आपकी नहीं होगी, प्रॉपर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम नहीं होगी, प्रॉपर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग नहीं होगी, आप कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे. तो ये सारे मेथड से बेटे आपके लिए, आप इन सबको देखिए और इन पे काम करना शुरू कीजिए. अगर आपको लगता है कि मैंने प्रॉपरली नहीं इन फील्ड को, इन सब्जेक्ट्स को पढ़ा है, रिविजिट करिए. अगर देखो, दो चीजें हैं, अपने 34 साल के एक्सपीरियंस के बेसिस में आप लोगों से कह सकता हूं कि अगर आपका टारगेट है कि चलो एक डिग्री है, इसके बेसिस पे कुछ नौकरी मिल जाएगी, तो ठीक है, वो तो रोजी रोटी कमाने के लिए ठीक है. बट आप रियली अपने आप को एज ए गुड इंजीनियर प्रूव करना चाहते हैं और अपने आप को सेटिस्फाई करना चाहते हैं, तो फिर चीजों को अच्छे से सीखिए. और वो सेटिस्फैक्शन के साथ जब आप जॉब करोगे, you will be more happy as compared to doing some job. अब choice is yours. If you want to excel, you have to work more, you have to learn more basics. If you want to just have some bread and butter arrangement, that's fine. Bread and butter arrangement तो एक मजदूर भी करता है, रोटी तो उसकी भी चलती है. लेकिन आपने इतनी मेहनत करके क्यों आए यहाँ पे, पेरेंट्स का बहुत सारा मनी भी आप खर्च कर रहे हो, तो that should be justified. And I'm very sure after this talk, many of you will be motivated to learn the basics and target for an excellent career, target for the expertise career as compared to just bread and butter earner. Now define the computer crime. Computer crime is any criminal offense, activity or issue that involves computers. Computer misuse trends fall into the two categories: computer used to commit the crime, all these things. Computer incident responses, etc. Computer forensic involves preservation, identification, extraction, documentation, interpretation, and data. Exactly what happened on a digital system and who was responsible for it, we have to identify that. So all these things are the computer crime. So whenever you are doing anything, see, many times what happens, unknowingly you do something. It's not always that knowingly you are doing it. Sometimes it happens unknowingly, due to the lack of information, lack of expertise, and sometimes due to the lack of knowledge about the rules. So you commit the crime. So be aware of that. Be aware of what are the legal situation. Be aware that what I am going to, what for purpose I am going to use this particular device. Unknowingly, unintentionally, it may not happen that my device is being used for the wrong way. So that has to be a concern for all of you. These are the traditional problems associated with computer crime, the physicality and the jurisdictional concern, perceived significance, stereotype and the incompleteness, prosecutor deterrence, lack of reporting, lack of... See, these three things, bullet 2, 3, 4 and 5, ये हमारे देश में बहुत होता है. The concerned agencies try to just avoid it. But my concern over here is, particularly with the new generation, you people don't become like them whenever you go in the job. Anything you look into that something wrong is happening, you should take care of it. You should take the concern and raise the concern to the concerned authorities. Don't simply see and ignore. Because this see and ignore system in this country has done a lot of devastation in this country. So as a responsible citizen, please don't follow whatever the present people are doing. This thing is also there, lack of resources is also there. Why lack of resources? Because people see if we have more resources, we have to do more work. So they will never ask for the resources. Because they have at least one thing to say, अरे सर हमारे पास तो resources नहीं, हम क्या करें? हमारे पास तो system ही नहीं, हम क्या करें? अरे भाई, क्या आपने कभी अपने ऑफिस से मांगा कि हमको ये करने के लिए चाहिए? कभी आपने मांगा क्या? आपने मांगा ही नहीं कभी. इसका मतलब आपने नहीं मांगा तो आप अपना काम ठीक से नहीं कर रहे हो. क्योंकि if you do your work honestly, you will definitely need the new resources. You will feel the need for the new resources. And whenever you feel the need for the new resources, you will ask your office that these resources should be provided to you. You will submit a proposal with the proper justification. Your office should consider it. And even if the office does not consider, at least you are safe. You can say, I was concerned, I wanted to do new things, I wanted to look into the new challenges, but I have not been provided resources from your office. At least as an individual, you are honest with yourself, with your system, with your country. That is more important. And when many people will do it, your office will be bound to provide you the resources. For example, suppose an office consists of, let us say, 20 people. 5 people are in the management. 15 people are who are developing these tools or who are looking into such things. And these 15 people feel that whatever the infrastructure we have, that is not sufficient to take care of the current day need. And they put the proposal to the management. Management will ignore the first one, second one, third one, but it cannot ignore all the 15. One day management will be forced to provide you the resources to tackle the current day need. Now, define the theft and fraud. So the generic term identity theft has been utilized to describe any use of the stolen personal information. However, such characterization fails to provide a comprehensive picture of the totality of possibilities surrounding that construct known as identity. Identity fraud, which encompasses identified thefts within its purview, may be defined as the use of vast array of illegal activities based on fraudulent use of identifying information of a real and fictitious person. See, it could be an identity of the real person, it could be the identity of the fictitious person also. So list of the topology to identify the theft, assumption of the identity, theft of the employment and the broader entity, virtual identity theft, credit identity theft, and then is the list of the physical methods to identify the theft. Mail theft, dumpster driving, theft of the computer, child identity theft, insiders, and all those. So how to prepare a computer investigation? Detailed investigation fall into two categories. First is the public sector investigation and second is the private sector investigation. Public sector investigation involves the government agencies which are responsible for criminal investigation and the prosecution. Amendment of the Constitution is also part of that. Restrict the government, search and the seizure. These should be the policy. And these are the elements. For example, I have purposely taken this example so that you all are aware with the chemistry. So in chemistry, what happens? We have the atoms, then we have the chemical testing. We will do some test, some iteration or something, and then based on that, we prepare a formula. Here is also same thing. You look into the concerned thing, then develop the test for that, so that after testing you can say, yes, this has happened and this is true. And then based on that test and based on the identity, you develop a procedure. The formula here is a procedure, an algorithm. You develop the algorithm to prevent it. And these are the successful testing, calculation. Now this is from engineering point of view. Hypothesis and the formula. And this circle keep on going. You will have the hypothesis, you will develop the formula for the hypothesis, and then you will do some calculations to prove the hypothesis. And this keep on changing. To summarize, with the computer becoming more and more involved over the everyday lives, both professionally and socially, there is a need for computer forensic. This field enables the crucial electronic evidences to be found, whether it was lost, deleted, damaged, or hidden, and used to prosecute individuals believe they have successfully beaten the system. So we discussed all about all these things. We discussed about that what are the things may happen, what are the points where you can start your journey, where you can start your research. And this area, though a lot of work is going on, but a lot more need to be done. We need more and more trained people to come into this area so that we can safeguard the digital assets of individual, organization, state, and the country. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, we will have the discussion. Any question, please? Yes. Yeah. No, it will be same. Yeah. 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 No, but see, even if the device is net, so it will have some history over there. It will have some log over there. So we'll collect from there. And even if I tell you that there is a section which is called as hardware investigation. The investigation agencies have the tools where even the destroyed pen drive, you can collect the data. Even if you have destroyed the hard disk of your computer system, they can recover the data from there. Those tools are there. So if somebody thinks that I have done the crime, I have destroyed the device, but if even the destroyed device is captured, there is a good possibility that data may be recovered from there.
So the primary link is from the physical address of that particular device
Yeah.
to the Wi-Fi in which it is going to be connected.
Yeah.
That particular route will be followed.
Yes, that is the route way from me to it.
Thank you, sir.
So any question from the student? Okay, so if there is no question from the, yes, any, हाँ. नहीं, मुझे अच्छा लगेगा अगर बच्चे क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे तो फैकल्टी तो ठीक है हाँ यस सर प्लीज
Hello. Sir, as we are knowing today that most of the software development things are going on the automatic mode. AI is doing many things. So my question is, as you have given very good example of chemistry, that we have to find out ultimately the formula.
Yeah.
So that is the way how we do in this area of
Yeah.
cyber forensics.
Yeah.
So what are the chances that all these things should be made automatic by AI so that we need not to do all these exercises? What are the chances?
No, see, I tell you, once it should be very clear to all of you, no AI can replace the person. The role of the person will always come when the AI fails. And particularly in this area, in digital forensic, the things cannot be done in the automated manner. Because every time you will have something new. And that new may not be as per the training of your AI algorithm. So it will fail over there. But as per the human experience, you may find out some new way to identify the things over there. So human being never be replaced. और बच्चों आप लोगों के लिए है AI से आपको घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है बस AI को सीखने की जरूरत है वो आपको कभी रिप्लेस नहीं करेगा बल्कि अगर वो आपने सीख लिया तो आपकी अपॉर्चुनिटीज बढ़ेंगी तो अगर आपके दिमाग में कहीं से आ रहा है कि AI आ गया है अब हमारा तो फ्यूचर जो है वो सिक्योर नहीं है नहीं उससे डरने की जरूरत नहीं है बस उसको सीखो और उसको यूज करके आगे करो क्योंकि AI को डेवलप करने के लिए भी यू नीड द मैन पावर जो मैंने पहले भी बताया था ब्रेड एंड बटर जिनको अर्न करना उनके लिए AI नहीं है जिनको कैरियर में एक्सीलेंट काम करना है उनके लिए AI है क्योंकि जो AI कुछ काम करने के लिए आप बना रहे हैं उसको बनाने वाला एक्सपर्ट चाहिए फ्रॉडुलेंट जो टेक्निक यूज कर रहा है उस टेक्निक के आगे सोचने वाला एक्सपर्ट चाहिए हमको और वो मुझे उम्मीद है कि इस ऑडिटोरियम में जो बच्चे बैठे हैं उनमें से कुछ लोग मोटिवेट होंगे और करेंगे मैं बिल्कुल मुझे अच्छा लगेगा अगर आपसे कुछ सालों बाद आप में से कोई मुझे कहीं मिलता है और कहेगा कि सर आपका वो लेक्चर सुना था और मैंने ये करना शुरू किया और आज मैं ये कर रहा हूं तो आई विल बी द मोस्ट हैप्पी पर्सन दैट डे और एंड आई विश आई विल कम अक्रॉस any of student from this audience later after some years. Okay, so thank you once again. I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity and I tried my best to just give the overview of a very good area which is a need for the day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your thought-provoking words. Hope it will instill a sense of intuitiveness and keen thoughtfulness. On behalf of the organizing committee, we extend our sincere thanks for your valued presence and once again, warmly welcome you to the IEEE International Conference on Engineering Innovations and Technologies. May this conference foster meaningful scientific collaboration and inspire new directions in research and innovation. So we request all the participants to kindly proceed to the next scheduled sessions as per the conference program. And we request all the student volunteers who are for the sessions kindly move forward or proceed to the new building or the venue where we will be conducting our offline sessions. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.